A week ago, we said at the start, this man did it from the front with Vitiki in what is the Championship of Basel, known as the Golden Drum. Can he do it and repeat it here? It's going to be a much tougher proposition with the quality and strength and numbers to come after him this week. But I do not doubt that Yuri Mansur and Vitiki will give it their all. You can see they're both absolutely ready. Yuri having a good old look round. It's a course that really does take you up and down this arena. The turns are there, but there's plenty of room to open up as well. Nice little balance mix. It'll be interesting to see how it works. It starts over what was 9B. And on we go. Round they come back to a new numbered 15-5 in reverse. Down to the other end. Look at that for a run. What was 2? Now, back on yourself. Over 3. All the way down to another new numbered fence. 1 in reverse at 16. Again, big wide open turn. The uprights for what was the double, sorry, the upright parallel lands there in 29 seconds. Out of the line in 30, and he's onwards and forwards. Coming to what is now the last, and he's jumped it clear. 39.14, Yuri Mansur. A little bit of gamesmanship, maybe. He knows he did a brilliant job, Vitiki, from the front. Could it be? Could it be 7 days in a row? And 7 days pass, and he suddenly makes history repeat itself. Yeah, they changed that to the second 2 parts of the combination. The course plan being updated. So there we have it. You know, he landed out of there in 29 seconds. He's given Simon a little bit of a come on, hurry up type, but you're going to have to go. What can he do? Golden Boy still new to Simon Deleste, but as I said when they rode their opening round, they really suit each other, and it's a combination that have clicked. Kicked with a click. Kicked with a click. And there we have it. The game is on, and the fence falls. A little pressure, and suddenly he now has to change the plan. And this turn, that turn back from 2 to 3, the way Yuri dealt with that, and it goes to the experience. And there are other combinations with experience of each other in this jump off, but you need sometimes, you certainly need, when you're going fast, that instinctive level of understanding where you're almost not having to talk to the horse or say anything. Your body movements, whether you're going to push or pull or sit or squeeze, it is just absolute instinct that drives you forward. And that's still to come perhaps with the likes of Simon and Golden Boy. So 2 have gone and 9 to go. 1 is clear. His name is Yuri Mansur. France's chance has gone, but we'll see what happens. Now the next up, the first of those for Germany, Daniel Deusser, Otello de Golden Boon. He won some brilliant classes with this horse out in Mexico, and it is a lovely stallion that has really come of age over the last 12 months. Yeah, and already Yuri knows that he's got 2 of the big names out of the way. Well, there's looking for a turn. Sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't. And I think what Daniel's worked out quite quickly is, with 11 in a jump off, 90,000 euros worth of prize money, you're going to get a few clears, but a fast fall is going to pay dividends. Unfortunately, it doesn't work. It comes 8. The time is obviously that bit slower, 46.98. They're chasing 39.14, sub 40 seconds right from the off from Yuri and Vitiki. My suspicion, I'll have a look at the replay here. We're going to see that turn, although it came a bit later, didn't it, when he was going back up the arena. But my suspicion is the hardest one to beat is this combination. If they can land the clear with the form that they had yesterday, and we've seen from them recently, they could be very hard to beat. It's die Guerdat Looping Luna. World number 2. Not to be. He did gamble a little bit. Look at that for a turn. Either way, it doesn't work. 2 fences have gone. He's also on 8, so... I mean... Yuri to do this again? What he has done is put enough pressure on all of those to follow that even the experience of Simon, Daniel, and Steve are having problems because they're having to go into a very high gear from the start. There's 2 combinations in this jump off for the Netherlands, the first of which goes next, a combination that had a lovely flow to their round here on Thursday that saw them win. It's going to need a little bit of that yet again. Yeah, who's just sort of been building another beautiful team up around him of horses over the last sort of 12, 18 months, and this is looking to be one of the special ones, perhaps. Let's see how they get on in this jump off. I think immediately taking that slightly different approach of clear comes first, time comes second. Oh, no, we're not going to get a clear either because he's run past the fence. There's nothing he can do now, and that's costly. It is a really difficult turn. Being made more difficult, of course, because of the fact that they're now trying to cut it down in the jump off compared to the first round. But still, Yuri Mansur leads the way. Time penalties adding in, and it isn't to be for the first of the 2 Dutch riders, unfortunately for Jur Vrieling and Canan JR, which means Yuri Mansur still leads the way. I was just having a look at the times as well. Yuri's time was actually quicker than Steve's and Luna's. Always a little hard to guess that they didn't change their plan in any way when they've had a fence down, and Steve had 2. But nobody's had just 1. It's either clear 8 or more. Yuri Mansur, 39.14. Of course, calculations I'm sure going on everywhere in riders' minds as to whether they really try and fly to overtake Yuri and win this Leipzig championship, or whether they perhaps go for a solid clear and maybe pick up a 2nd or 3rd. This Josch Löhden, EIC Schadenbrack, the 9-year-old by Corneta Bensky. Yeah, he's gone that little bit wider, but he wasn't balanced on the turn, and it's cost him when he got to the pole. And Yuri Mansur is still leading the way, unchallenged as of yet, because no one else has managed to jump a clear. They've been 41.94, but it is a score of 4, which will at least see him go into 2nd place for the moment. He betters the rest, bar 1. And still, we are not done. Still, there are 5 combinations to go, and Yuri wherever he sat watching, probably still sat on the back of the Vitiki as a warm-up at the moment, will know that this is far, far from over. They're all experienced horses coming as well, and top quality riders. You're not good. It's not like a top rider with a young horse. So now Ligges and Ballerina NRW. That's just that 100th of a second inside the time allowed, which wasn't as close to the time allowed as one of the others got, which is because they got exactly the time anyway. Oh, she's got over the upright now. And she's nowhere near as fast as Yuri, because he was coming out of the double in 29 seconds. But come on, get a clear. She can get the clear. Time allowed is 50 seconds. She's got plenty of time to get home. Double clear. That was the decision taken. Not to go for the clock, but to go to jump the fences, and it's paid off with Ballerina and Marie. Flags are flying. So now Germany second and third, but it's more important to know that Marie Ligges is clear 45.16 with 4 more combinations to go. 1 for the Netherlands, 1 for Italy, and 2 for Germany. Still chasing the man from Brazil, Yuri Mansur and Vitiki, who was the first to go. Surely this combination will act as a big threat. Guerdat, TNNOP, and Willem Greve with this beautiful Eldorado stallion. Got a nice stride off the corner. Exquisite turn. Now, where is he when he comes out of the double? He needs to be around that 29 mark. He's there or thereabouts. There's very little in this. It's going to come down to the turn back to the last. 39.14 is the time to beat. I'm not sure that he's fast enough, but he should be second for the moment. He is 40.38. He's happy enough. Willem Greve up into second. 40.38 is just over a second, just over the second behind Yuri Mansur. I would say that came out of the first part of the course. He landed just around that second mark, wasn't he, out of this? So 3 clears: Brazil, the Netherlands, and Germany. In terms of nations, that is your 1, 2, and 3. But there is still 3 left to jump here in this Leipzig Championship. 90,000 euros, led at the moment by the Brazilian combination of Yuri Mansur and his super gelding Vitiki. That's one of the young jockeys in this final round, this jump-off round. There's the chance for the Italians. Giacomo Casadei riding Marbella du Chablis. I said, the time allowed in the first round was 67 seconds. His time in the first round was 67 seconds. I think he's seen a gap. That means if he can try and jump a half-decent clear, third place will be his for the taking right now. He's not going to gamble. Not with the way he's ridden so far around this jump-off. He just knows he's trying to be faster than Marie. Sensible head. Wise head on young shoulders. Look at that. Clear round. And Giacomo goes into the top three as planned. I think, as I say, that was the plan, 44.62. Get himself ahead. You're only going to need the German flags now, because it's Germany all the way through to the finish with the final two. But it could still be the Brazilian flag that is needed at the end of this, because at the moment, still from the front, Yuri Mansur has not yet been beaten. 1 week ago, he did it from the front on a Saturday night in Basel. Is it to be? We'll see. Marco Kutscher, Catelli, the 13-year-old gelding for Germany, second last out against the clock. And it's not to be. It's going to come down to that final combination of Miss Marple and Paula de Boer-Schwartz. Sadly, we'll drop him even further down because he's not fast compared to some of the other eights. Marco Kutscher, pleased enough to have been in the jump off, but unfortunately now is in 8th place with with one more still to go. So it does come down to the last out against the clock. In a moment, Germany's final rider, the final rider in this jump off round of this Leipzig Championship. It's going to be Paula de Boer-Schwartz in a moment, but will, here she is, be the last to go. We saw how happy she was. What is her plan? How does she take it on? 1 week ago, 7 nights previous, Yuri and Vitiki won the big class, the Championship of Basel, the Golden Drum. But is it to be that they follow it on 1 week later to win here at the Championship of Leipzig? 39.14 is the time to beat. She cannot have a fence. And she's just given that a bit of a nudge. And again, another bit of a nudge. But she's getting braver, actually, as this round is unfolding. She's picking up more and more pace. He's done it. Oh, what a... First of all, what a shame for Paula. But lightning does indeed strike twice on a Saturday in horse sport in Brazil. But not for Germany with Paula de Boer-Schwartz. She finishes on the 8, goes into 7th, 40.73 the final time. But he's done it again on a Saturday, 1 week on from Basel. Yuri Mansur and Vitiki will be 22,500 euros richer for that round of jumping, ahead of Willem Greve and Guerdat TNNOP, who finished in second place. Third going is to the young Italian rider who will go with the moon, and absolutely thrilled with Marbella de Chablis. Well done to Giacomo Casadei and Marie Lies and Valerina NRW